Now, erosional landforms. Let's start off first with erosional landform. So the first feature that is created is called as a sinkhole, a small circle, a small hole through which water will start entering. The whole river will not disappear, but some part will go down. So the first small hole is called as sinkhole. Write down sinkhole. Small to medium sized round to sub-rounded shallow depression called as swallow holes or sinkholes. They are called as sinkholes or also called as swallow holes. Form on the surface of limestone, form on the surface of limestone through solution where rainwater sinks into the limestone at the point of weakness. So I said there are cracks, and these cracks are the point of weakness which would start eroding further. Then they are called as sinkholes. We have already written, so you don't need to write this point. They are sinkholes. Sinkholes are a common feature in limestone and karst areas. You can find many sinkholes being created. A sinkhole is an opening more or less circular at the top and funnel shaped towards the bottom. So it would be circle at the top, and towards the bottom, it would be a funnel shaped. Okay. So write down. A sinkhole is a opening more or less circular at the top and funnel shaped towards the bottom. There is a great variation in the size of sinkholes with areas from a few square meters to hectares and with a depth of less than half a meter to 30 meters. So these sinkholes can vary in their size and vary in their depth. You can just write down like that also. Sinkholes can vary in their size and depth. And how are they sinkholes formed and how do they grow? By the process of solution, like solvents, it dissolves, continuous solvent action. They are also referred to as solution sinks. So they are formed due to solvent action. So they are also called as solution sinks. Okay, next. Dolines, write down. Dolines. They are also referred to as collapse sinks. They are also referred to as collapse sinks. So when these sinkholes become bigger and bigger and a cave forms in below, the upper part can completely break and sit down. Okay. Such a process is called as dolines. Write down dolines. They are also referred to as collapse sinks. They are less common than sinkholes. They might start as solutions forms first, and if the bottom of the sinkhole forms the roof of a void or cave underground, it might collapse, leaving a large hole opening into the cave or a void below. Everybody, please let me explain this to you once. Okay, so this is a sinkhole. Okay, and this water was entering and it has formed a cave like this here. Okay. Now the sinkhole becomes bigger, and it has reached the top of the cave. And cave, here the cave is already, this part is dissolved. Okay. Now completely this part gets broken and it sits down. It becomes the upper open of the cave becomes open. Such a process is called as doline. Okay. Now everybody, long valleys. Now if there is a sinkhole, there is another sinkhole, they all connected and form a long valley like this. We call them as walls. Very, very big size projections. Okay. Different shapes. They're nothing very serious. You have to just remember them names. That's it. There's no nothing much to explain, right? Uvalas. They are long, narrow to wide trenches, also refers to as valley sinks. They are long, narrow to wide trenches, also referred as valley sinks. Several sinkholes and dolines may merge together as a result of subsidence to form a large depression called as uvala. So basically everything are holes of different size. Okay, sinkholes, uvalas, doline. Dolines and voila. So you could get match the following features and the agents of erosion. This can be match the following question, or you can get which of the following statements are true about karst topography, and they can give you 3 or 4 statements from which you have to find which all statements are true. These are the questions you would kind of get in prelims. And if in mains, they will ask you explain the landforms that are formed by karst topography. So you will explain karst, limestone, where it is formed. Then you will divide them as erosional features and depositional features. So now what we are studying, what features are this? Erosional or depositional? Erosional features. Very, very good. Now, next is caves. Again, you don't have to explain everything. When the water comes downwards and then start moving horizontally, it will dissolve and form caves. Yeah, very, very simple. Write down caves. Cave formation is prominent in area where there is alternating bed of rocks like sandstone, shale, quartzite with limestone or dolomite in between. So then caves will form. See everybody, if there is hard rock on top and hard rock on bottom, and then there is limestone here and here, so water will enter from here and it can make a cave in this part. Sandstone, shale, and quartzite with limestone or dolomite in between or in areas where limestones are dense, massive, and occurring as thick beds. Very thick. To form a cave, it should be a thick bed. It cannot be very thin. It should be a big area where a cave can be formed. And these caves can be at least 2 times taller than me. So 12 feet also, such big caves. Water percolates down either through the materials or through cracks and joints and moves horizontally along the bedding plane. I told you it would start moving horizontally. And when it starts moving horizontally, it will slowly start dissolving the limestone and then it will form caves. No, it is eroding the limestone from here and it is removing the limestone. Erosion. Caves means vacuum space. They have been removed, right? Erosion.